It's your boy and Gooner in the house, back with another Arsenal News episode. Well, we have some really exciting news for you. Tierney and Lacazette are back in full training. We're going to discuss about the training images that I have for you guys. And of course, Guido Rodriguez is done. What? Really? We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Mavropanos and William Saliba coming back to Arsenal and what exactly has Mikel Arteta decided about their future. What is going to happen in the future, of course, will be discussed in this video. So stay tuned for that. And of course, we're going to talk about Santi Cazorla's comments on the current and the ex-Arsenal gaffer. Let's talk about the first image that I have for you guys. It's about Kieran Tierney. The number 3 is back in full training for Arsenal, seen tonight. Today he was seen in the Arsenal training. And oh, the number 9 of Arsenal. We don't need any false 9s, goddammit, Mikel Arteta, because we have the number 9 back. And he is looking sharp. I think he might not start in the upcoming game against Villarreal, but he is here to make a difference. And him alongside Nicola Pepe, the star of Europa League, irrespective of the teams. He is the guy with the most goal contributions in the competition. Moving on is Kieran Tierney back with another image. As you can see, Tierney and Ketia Chambers and Thomas Teye Partey engaging in a training. And of course, Nicola Pepe alongside Smith Rowe, who looks a little fresh, isn't he? And here we go, Callum Chambers, Foran Balogun, Thomas Teye Partey, and of course, Kieran Tierney is in full training. Pablo Mari and Bukayo Saka look like they're super fit to go against Villarreal. And of course, Thomas Teye Partey alongside Mikel Arteta, Pepe, Mari, Holding, and of course Callum Chambers, Foran Balogun and Nicola Pepe. Granit Xhaka is all smiles. I hope he plays in the midfield. I just want him to play in the midfield, man. I've been rooting him to play in the midfield. And there we go, Foran Balogun, Thomas Partey and Eddie Nketiah. With that, we end the images of the training that we have for you guys. So let's talk about the news that we have for you as well. So talking about it, according to CBS, representatives of David Luiz have begun to contact potential suitors for the Brazilian defender's signature, with his Arsenal future in doubt as he enters the final weeks of his current contract. Luiz's contract expires at the end of the season, and there is so far no clarity as to whether he'll be offered a third year with the Arsenal. He is much admired by Arteta for his on and off field leadership qualities, but injuries have hamstrung him this season. Moving on, about Arsenal have outlined plans for the return of up to 10,000 fans to the Emirates Stadium for the game against Brighton and Hove Albion. They posted the news on their official website that they've said that while we may not be back to full capacity yet, everyone at the club is excited about the possibility of welcoming some supporters home for the last game. Should we receive confirmation that fans will be able to return for this match, members who registered for the ballot earlier this season will automatically be included in the ballot to purchase tickets for this fixture. We will let supporters know by email if they have been successful in the ballot, and if so, cost of the tickets will be charged to the registered payment card no earlier than Wednesday, May 12th. So this is the update about the whole thing. So according to Kicker, Arsenal are open to Mavropanos spending another season on loan at Stuttgart. Sven Mislintat is hopeful of negotiating an option to buy. When it comes to departures, Mislintat has to wait and see. When it comes to Konstantinos Mavropanos, Stuttgart's sports director has long been hardworking. The door to an extension from Arsenal looks quite open. Mislintat said doubtfully at the time. He says, if he continues to play like this, it will be difficult. Today, as can be heard more and more clearly from England, a different picture emerges. Mavropanos, who has developed into a regular on the right side of the defence with the Swabians, would like to become a permanent member of VfB. In the summer of 2020, Mavropanos came to Stuttgart for a rental fee of 250k euros with high hopes in his luggage and even greater bad luck, which had already haunted him in London. Muscles kept causing problems and the knee surgery was necessary, during which he had a meniscus to be smoothed. The model athlete, whom Pellegrino Matarazzo recently called a monster, is now fit and a top performer among the climbers, also possible beyond this season. Let's see if that's a reality or that's a harsh reality. Arsenal or Stuttgart, who is going to sacrifice about this centre back? Only time will tell. Let's see. Moving on, so we spoke about some centre back not making it at Arsenal, but according to James Benge, Konstantinos Mavropanos and William Saliba will be returning to Arsenal, with sources indicating that Mikel Arteta plans to give the latter a chance to win his place in the first team setup over pre-season. So it looks like William Saliba will be getting game time at Arsenal under Mikel Arteta. Probably he's going to get his chance to prove his worth. Do you guys believe that there's a strong possibility of that happening? Let me know in the comments. I believe so. I hope so. Saliba gets his chance. I just have to. I just have to. Yeah. So moving on. So talking about more stuff. Arsenal are close to an agreement on first summer signing as Edu makes ruthless transfer decision. Now it looks like, according to some sources, we have come to know that they're preparing a bid. They'll be looking to send them to for the goalkeeper, a right back and a left back, and a central attacking midfield position this summer. Although they need to get rid of a lot of players at the moment, but one of them, according to Estadio Deportivo, they're closing to reach an agreement with Real Betis to seal the signing of midfielder Guido Rodriguez. Release clause of £69.5 million, and is valued at around £43.4 million. That's actually some good amount of money that Arsenal would want to shell out. And impressively, Betis only signed Guido for $6 million from Club America last year. Well, for those of you who don't know, Rodriguez is a defensive-minded midfielder, meaning he would add a sense of steel and grit to the Gunners' engine room, potentially acting as the ideal partner for Thomas Partey to screen the back four and improve Arsenal's general midfield quality. Let's see if that's going to be reality or not. Moving on, so talking about more stuff, former Arsenal star Santi Cazorla has warned his friend and manager of Arsenal, Mikel Arteta, to keep an eye on Villarreal star Gerard Moreno on Thursday's Europa League semi-final clash. Cazorla has urged teammate Arteta to be careful of the best forward in Spain. He told the UEFA.com that he's the best forward in Spain right now. I'm not saying that just because of the goals he scored. We shouldn't just look at what he does in the box and the goals he scores for Villarreal, but also what he does outside the box. He's a player who makes a difference, doesn't need a lot of chances to score goals, and he's at point of his career where he's full of confidence and at his peak, which is ideal in terms of the team being able to achieve its objectives. He's a chilled out guy, he works hard and brings a lot to the dressing room as well. Be aware, Arsenal. So moving on, so Alan Shearer has told BBC's Match of the Day Top 10 podcast that Tony Adams was one of the toughest defenders he ever faced. Enlisting his favourite Premier League centre-backs, the former striker recalled the rough battles he faced against the Arsenal legend. Shearer said, "I would come off with cut eyes, a broken nose and a cut lip after a game against him, but always shake hands. He was the best centre-half I've played against. I think in that era, in terms of how aggressive you could be as a centre-half, he played in that back four. That was unbelievable, and had a great goalkeeper behind him. He was an unbelievable leader, organizer, tackler. He could play as well. He was tough. The best centre-half I have ever played against." Well, it's coming from Alan Shearer. I'd better say yes to that. Completely yes to that. Moving on, so Owen Hargreaves reckons Mohamed Elneny offers something different to Arsenal compared to other defensive midfielders that they are in the market. So strong possibilities that he would want him to sign a new contract maybe, but let's see. So he said Elneny makes up all that ground and gets into position. It's a good finish. I like Elneny. I think he gives that something different. He's more rugged, but I think this Arsenal team need that. And if he can pop up with goals, it's the icing on the cake. Now, here's the big question. It's a big question that I would want to ask you about the reality. Manchester United are in the midst to sign Sam Johnston. Yes, they're wanting to sign Sam Johnston as a replacement for David De Gea, and they would listen to offers for David De Gea as Manchester United. The question is, would you take David De Gea at Arsenal? That's my question. Would you take David De Gea at Arsenal? Personally, no, I would not. But let me know what you guys think about it. Do you guys believe it the same way? Would you take David De Gea at Arsenal? Let me know in the comments what you guys feel about it. I will see you in the next one. Until then, cheers. Don't forget to subscribe.